This is one of those Therm-A-Rest self-inflating mattresses, I guess. Sleep pads, I guess is what it actually is. And I just received it today. And it's used, but it came in near new condition. I bought it from one of the companies on eBay. So for $20, $21, including shipping, that's not bad at all. So my understanding is that that 01 there is the year of manufacture. That makes this 24 years old. And so I'm not sure if the open cell foam on the inside is going to actually self-inflate as it's supposed to, or maybe it's too far gone. What I am going to do is look at finding a pump sack so that I don't have to blow into it. Even though Therm-A-Rest says it's okay to do that, I would rather not do so. So the photographs they had on the website showed some pretty dirty ones, and like I said, this is in near new condition. I had to take a damp cloth and wipe it off in a couple spots, but that looked like maybe an MRE or something had spilled on it. But other than that, it looks like it's in near new condition. As I said, it's probably spent most of the last 2.5 decades in storage, but there's no writing on it. It's clean, and again, we will see if it self-inflates over the next few hours or not. Just going by memory, this is about 20 inches wide, 72 inches long, and it's supposed to be like 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick. I would say at this point it's maybe a 1/2 an inch, maybe slightly more than that in thickness. And the valve is open there. I'm just supposedly, what you do is you leave the valve open, and as the foam expands it draws in air, and that's where you get the self-inflating part from. And then the Therm-A-Rest says it's okay. As I mentioned, they say it's okay to blow into it, but since I will be primarily using this in the winter, I don't want to do that. Not to mention all that humid air inside here could be a breeding ground for nastiness. So, but this is the foot end. It's still uninflated. So I want to make a pump sack for this, and I just noticed that this 1/2 inch PVC coupler will fit right on there pretty well. This is the kind that's got the center divider in it, splitting it in half. So that fits on there pretty well, and it'll turn the valves. So what I'm going to try to do is cut the corner out of this compactor bag and then tape the PVC on there and just see if I can make a pump sack, a functional pump sack. And if it leaks a little, I don't care, as long as it works. All right, I snipped the corner off the compactor bag. Let's see if I can make this work. So the hole there is just a little bit smaller than the PVC, and I'm just going to see if I can stretch this to fit it, and then I'll just duct tape it on once it's there. All right, that's on there. Just going to take a strip of duct tape and wrap that around. As you can see, I've got the plastic about halfway along there, and I'll just tape that on there. All right, and I'm going to extend the tape up a little bit more here just to reinforce the plastic. All right, let's see if this works. So this has been expanding on its own for maybe an hour, and it's really hard to see this, but it's maybe a 1/2 an inch thick, maybe a little more at this point. So we will see if I can get any air into there and do any good. All right, let's see if this works. So put a twist or two on there, and then shove it on the valve as tight as you can. The valve is closed right now. And I'm going to take the bag and open it up, close the end, fold it over, and then just start rolling until I get that trapped air inside. And then I'm going to open the valve here. and then just slowly push this air into the sleep pad. If you go too fast, the things will come apart. This may already be filled up to capacity, just the capacity of this compactor bag. And when you're done, just turn the valve closed. And remove the attachment place. It's kind of hard to see, but it is a little bit smoother, a little bit more rigid, so the concept is working. The nozzle, I guess, keeps coming off the valve here, so I'll have to work on that, but the concept seems to be sound. Cheap, and it weighs next to nothing. You could probably buy them online too that are purpose made for this kind of mattress, this kind of sleep pad. When this arrived today, it was not only rolled up, but it was folded in half lengthwise. You can kind of see the line there. So, you know, literally folded in half and rolled up. So this thing will compact to quite a small size. These weigh a little bit more than other sleep pads, but if weight's not the issue and room is, this might be the sleep pad for you. Let me see if I can get a measurement on the thickness there. It's rather hard to see though. It has plumped up a little bit from where it was earlier. Maybe 3/4 of an inch or so, as opposed to about 1/2 inch earlier. Let's see if we can get a measuring tape on that. Yeah, it's hard to get it straight on. So close to 3/4 of an inch.